South Africa, the ruling party is in crisis. The ANC, once the proud liberation movement of Nelson Mandela, is now being dragged through the mud by internal chaos, explosive public clashes, and a statement so devastating, it has left jaws on the floor. John Steenhuisen, leader of the Democratic Alliance, just unleashed a scathing attack on Fikile Mbalula, the ANC's Secretary-General, and it's not just political theatre. It's a warning, a reckoning, and perhaps, the beginning of the ANC's final unravelling. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the biggest political bombshells shaping South Africa today. If you thought the political landscape was already tense, strap in, because this is not just another political spat. It's a public, brutal, and very personal war of words that is shaking the core of South Africa's power structure. John Steenhuisen's latest statement didn't just challenge the ANC's policies, he targeted the party's very soul, and he pointed straight at Fikile Mbalula. In a no-holds-barred press conference, Steenhuisen accused Fikile Mbalula of being a mouthpiece of corruption, a distraction machine who dances while the country burns, and worse, a political clown defending a circus of incompetence. This isn't just shade. This is an outright character assassination, publicly delivered and televised. Steenhuisen didn't mince his words, he blamed Mbalula personally for shielding corrupt leaders, for downplaying the country's economic collapse, and for turning political discourse into a game of cheap theatrics. He claimed Mbalula is gaslighting an entire nation with his attempts to deflect attention from the ANC's failures. And the punchline? Fikile Mbalula is not the solution, he's the distraction from the problem. Tensions between the ANC and opposition parties have been boiling for months, especially after the recent elections resulted in a hung parliament for the first time in democratic history. The ANC is no longer in full control, and that terrifies them. Mbalula, known for his flamboyant tweets and sometimes tone-deaf statements, has become a lightning rod. His attempts to downplay the ANC's losses, while mocking coalition talks, drew outrage from all sides. But it was his recent dismissal of corruption allegations and attempts to label critics as anti-revolutionaries that pushed Steenhuisen over the edge. Supporters of the DA are calling Steenhuisen a hero, finally saying what many South Africans have been thinking. Meanwhile, ANC loyalists are defending Mbalula, claiming Steenhuisen is racially baiting and trying to destabilize democracy. But many neutral South Africans, the millions struggling with load shedding, unemployment, crime, and crumbling infrastructure, are simply asking. This statement is not just about Fikile Mbalula. It's about the soul of the ANC, and whether it still has the moral authority to lead. Steenhuisen's attack is a symbolic shot at what many see as a decaying political giant, bloated by power and shielded by struggle credentials, but now paralyzed by incompetence and infighting. He's not just attacking a man, he's challenging a system. So what does all this mean for you, for South Africa? We are entering a new era of politics, where leaders will be held accountable in real time. No more hiding behind slogans. No more blaming apartheid. No more distractions. Whether you support the ANC, the DA, the EFF, or anyone else, one thing is clear. The truth is becoming harder to silence. The people are tired of being taken for fools. And the war for South Africa's future is now being fought in the open. Was Steenhuisen out of line? Or was he speaking uncomfortable truths? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. And if you believe South Africans deserve better, from all parties, then hit like, subscribe, and share this video far and wide. This is not just politics. This is the fight for South Africa's future.